I wonder how the new videos are doing. Yeah, they're not really going so well. But I don't give a fuck. Welcome to Devlog 3 of March. Bro, how the fuck do you say this shit? In the last video, we created a bunch of jump scares and got friends to playtest it with some very useful feedback. So now it's time to polish the shit out of our game, drowning it in holy water, making it holier than Christ himself, unlike the big YouTubers. Now I
began polishing the code because, well, I am better, and redesigning the store. First, I updated the jump scares from the last devlog of my toilet paper man. Well, now, toilet paper woman. Then, I went to my game dev daddy, Mixamo, praised it for a bit, and grabbed some drunk animations that I thought could work well with mannequin weeping angel movement. Then, I hooked up an easy speed variable that could control the speed of the drunk walk animation, making it look like the mannequin is frozen in place just as you turn to face her. Ha! I then started working on the store's overall design, cause, yeah, that don't slide. I looked at multiple reference images of popular retail stores and grabbed what I liked from what I saw, which was this, and that. Additionally, I fixed some of the old designs for the office and the warehouse. More props equals better eye candy. Now the jump scare.
As Chicken was doing that, I worked on the lore of the game. Because, well, we've got jack shit. I don't want to spoil the whole lore, but I'll give you the background story. Basically, in the 90s, a store named A Normal Store, great name, I know, was booming as it sold everything a house needs. But then one day, an unknown staff member went rogue, claiming he was lost, seeing shit, and started killing customers and other staff members. Man was crazy. Customers didn't like this, so families stopped shopping there and the business closed. Until a decade later, where the store reopened with a rebrand, a regular store. Even better name, I know. Which is where you, a newly staff member, started working. And that's basically the gist of it. With the new lore done, I now needed to make an older store model for a normal store. This means I have to redesign the whole map, finding new models for every section. This wasn't too bad, as I used items in a clearance section we added before, showing how the two stores are connected, and after a 3-day spree finding models, grouping them, and filling the whole store up, I finished. I then added a rust effect to the shelves and some of the clearance items to make it more realistic, showing how time passed.
Anyways, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, the shadow jump scare. Thankfully, Unreal has a feature that allows me to render the shadows of objects even if I make them invisible. I found a quick animation of a crawl and attached the same mannequin model for the weeping angel jump scare, because no one will know, right? I also worked on fixing up the pickup system again, because lots of people had issues with how the snap points for the objects suck. So, I made the objects placeable on any flat plane on the shelf. This turned out much better, but it made me realize how much I didn't like the current pickup system. When picking up objects, the object had to to move in a curve to get to the player's hand, which was something I was fine with before, but not anymore. And dropping was even worse, as it had to float for a bit so it could return to its normal size before falling down. It took about a night to fix, but now it's as smooth as a baby's cheeks. I won't say which ones. Duck also hit me up asking about finding a model for the store's compactor, but since I couldn't find one, I made one instead. Pretty neat, right? Then it struck me, I could use a jump scare in the compactor where arms reach out and grab you. I just gotta find an arm on Sketchfab, animate multiple of those arms by hand in Unreal, and done! Looks especially creepy when there's poor lighting.
When EJ showed me the posters he made for the current store, I then realized that we needed 90s style ones for the older store. So I grabbed a pen and paper and realized that I can't draw for shit. So I grabbed the mouse and went to Photoshop and remembered that I can't design to save my life. So I went to ChatGPT and kindly asked if it could create some posters. And wow, look at that, some fresh and original poster designs. A lot of these had weird abstract items to them and had perfect 10 out of 10 spelling skills, so I went to Photoshop and fixed them up. After that, I needed to make a 90s style banner for each of the sections. Fun, I know. And now came time to do final touches to release a demo for you guys to play, meaning it's time to do sound effects. So I kindly took some from YouTube and edited them in Premiere Pro to make them crisp. Then, what did I do? I found a store music that we can add to annoy the fuck out of you guys, and also another one for the older store. I then played with the older store music to make music for the main menu, and lastly, I worked on finding an AI voice that we can use for an intro video, similar to Poppy Playtime.
You're about to see the most incredible
and so many, I mean so many, were bad, terrible, doo-doo caca, like your skills in bed. They sounded like the ones you would hear in TikTok. But thanks to Artless AI voice generator, we got a good one. And no, the video isn't sponsored by them, but Hey, Artlist, if you want to hook up, we're so down. Just take us out for dinner first.
While Duck worked on the old store, I got bored and worked on some of the other features for the game, like a main menu. Immediately, I hopped onto the main menu level and refactored my old 7 Knights 7 Dwarfs main menu system to be much more modular, using my own preset for buttons, menu bars, etc. I then built a 3D menu system that allowed for interaction with menus directly in the scene, which was so sick, but the menu levels still seemed a bit bland, so I added a saddle camera shake and some post-process to cover up the ugliness of the level, making it so sexy. Anyways, I updated the options to include a mouse sensitivity, a music volume slider, and an effects volume slider. I also implemented some buttons to our channel in Discord thanks to some advice from James. Hello James! Duck then sent me some sound effects to add final polishes to the game, which I found were super easy to hook up to the effects and music sliders in the options menu.
And yeah, this is everything we have so far. I've been editing for 5 hours straight, so I'm not about to animate this. The game is out in itch, and you can check it out in the link in the description, and it's completely free. You can always support us, which would be greatly appreciated, but if you don't, it's all good. We won't. It's okay. Anyways, yeah, it's around 20-minute gameplay. Probably really bad, but yeah. Let us know if there's any glitches, and feel free to join our Discord and let us know if you enjoyed it. Yeah, what am I doing? Like and subscribe, please. Please.